It was a foggy Friday night, and Black Ridge Mountain was swallowed by a heavy, suffocating mist. The winding road ahead looked like a pale ribbon beneath the tires of the old Chevy. Inside the truck, 4 friends, Ethan, Lily, Ryan, and Sophia, sat in uneasy silence. Ryan's camera, perched on the seat, was already recording, capturing every breath of tension. "This is it," Ryan said, his voice a mixture of excitement and dread. "The Trenton House. They say the whole family was murdered here, and anyone who steps inside never comes out the same." Lily crossed her arms. "You make it sound like some horror theme park. This place just gives me the creeps." Sophia, pale and quiet, murmured, "Something feels wrong about this. I don't think we should go in." Ethan, always the tough one, smirked. "It's just an old house. We'll be in and out. No big deal." The truck stopped before a rusted iron gate. Its hinges screamed when they pushed it open, the sound echoing like metal in pain. Beyond the gate, Trenton House loomed, its broken windows glinting like hollow eyes staring at them. They stepped inside. The air was thick, filled with the stench of mold, dust, and a sharp metallic tang, like dried blood. The living room seemed frozen in time. A dark, dried blood stain smeared across the wall like a grotesque painting. A torn couch sat beneath a chandelier whose crystals were smothered in cobwebs. Above the fireplace hung a family portrait, a stern-faced father, a pale mother, and a young girl with glassy, lifeless eyes. Sophia whispered, Did that girl just blink?" Ryan swung his flashlight up and everyone froze. The father's eyes in the portrait were now looking directly at them. The floorboards groaned under their feet as they moved down the hall, which was long and dark, like the throat of something dead. Suddenly, a child's laughter echoed from upstairs, soft but eerily clear. "No way," Lily muttered, her hands trembling. Ethan forced a shaky smile. "It's just the wind. Come on." They climbed the stairs, each step creaking as if warning them to turn back. A bedroom door stood ajar. Inside was a little girl's room, untouched for decades. Broken porcelain dolls with cracked faces and empty eyes scattered across the floor. On the dresser sat an old music box, its lid slightly open. Ryan approached and wound it up. The melody that played was slow and warped, like a lullaby sung through water. Then, click. All the flashlights went out. In the suffocating dark, a voice whispered right next to Sophia's ear, its breath cold as ice. "Don't open. The memories." The lights flickered back on, but the room had changed. The wallpaper peeled away, revealing blood-stained handprints beneath. The dolls were now sitting upright in a neat row, their blank stares fixed on them. A woman's scream suddenly ripped through the house, followed by the sound of something heavy being dragged across the floor. And then they saw it. The massacre was replaying in front of them. A shadow of the father, holding a bloodied axe, stood in the hallway. The mother clutched the child, screaming. The walls pulsed, bleeding as though the house itself were alive. Sophia shrieked, "This isn't real. It can't be real." But before she could run, a black hand rose from the floorboards, seizing her ankle. She screamed for help as Ethan tried to pull her free, her nails ripping into the wood, leaving bloody streaks. In a flash, she was dragged into the darkness, gone. Ethan and Lily bolted for the stairs, Ryan following behind, still clutching the camera. The house was shifting. Hallways stretched endlessly. Doors slammed shut. The front door was no longer there, just another wall with the family portrait smiling cruelly. "Where's the exit?" Lily screamed, pounding her fists on the wall. Ethan turned to see the shadowy man with the axe stepping closer, darkness dripping from his body like tar. "Run!" Ethan yelled, shoving Ryan forward. Ryan turned just in time to see Ethan lifted into the air by invisible hands, his bones twisting and snapping. His scream was cut short. Ryan hurled himself through what looked like a doorway, but he landed hard on wet soil. Gasping, he rolled over. The sun was rising. The house was gone. In its place was only an empty, mist-covered field, but on the ground, bloody streaks still marked where his friends had been dragged away. Ryan stumbled back to the truck, shaking. He flipped open the camera to check the footage. The screen flickered with static before settling on an image. The family portrait, the father, the mother, the little girl, and now Ryan's own face, frozen in terror, standing beside them. From the speaker, a whisper slithered through the static. The house never forgets, and it's waiting for the next one.